Hi, this is Tracy, and I wrote my reflection this week on the section of On the Road, continuing the objectification of women, starting with the part where Helen is kind of scolding Neil and telling him that Luann was very wise for leaving him, and Neil had cared nothing about anything except what was hanging between his legs and how much fun he can get out of life. And telling Neil that he says, now that you're going east with Jack and Carolyn has to stay home and mind the baby, how is she going to keep her dentist job? Neil didn't even care about this. He has a woman here, a woman there. He has children, and he just goes off and has his kicks and does what he wants. And the woman is just supposed to stay there and take care of everything else. But she can't. She's home with this baby. How is she going to work without his help? So then we go on through the book. Neil's jumping from woman to woman. Um, they get an offer to drive this Cadillac to Chicago, and oh my goodness, Neil is very excited and doing his whooping and hooping, and he then drives this Cadillac probably into the ground. I can't even imagine this beautiful car. And they get to Chicago, and Neil meets a waitress and says, "Hey, come on back to the Cadillac." And he says he has sex with her in an instant flat, and he believes he's going to divorce Carolyn and marry this woman he just meets. I mean, this guy sounds crazy to me. So then they get on a bus and they head to Detroit to see Jack's first wife. And while on the bus, he sees this woman. He strikes up a conversation. She's got a low cut blouse on. And he's like, I wanted to test other girls and see what they can offer me. I just can't imagine these men, and they have no respect for women whatsoever. And everybody's always wearing sexy clothes like they're asking for something. Um, so then, let's see, they get to Detroit. Jack sees Edie and he says, "Ugh, I knew right away as soon as I saw her I would never get back with her. She's fat, her hair's short, she's got overalls on." So he just doesn't even care just because she doesn't look right that he doesn't want to be with her ever again. And then they head back to New York and they go to this party, and Neil meets Diane. And the next day he's living with her and he says, "I'm going to marry this woman." So one day he meets Diane and he's going to go marry her. So 6 months later, sure enough, he gets married. But to complicate things, Carolyn now has given birth to the second baby, and a few months later, Diane has a baby. So now, oh my goodness, Neil has four little babies, no money, and he's just on drugs, having a time of his life. And this is just sex and good times for both Jack and Neil, and they just have no long term commitment for any of the women.